Hello everyone. In this session, we will we will know the difference between object-oriented programming and procedure-oriented programming. So, in the whole session, we are going to focus on knowing the differences between these two paradigms. In the earlier session, we have come across various paradigms of programming, and among all those paradigms, the most popular paradigms are object oriented programming and procedure oriented programming. So in this session we will know the difference. We will differentiate object oriented programming from procedure oriented programming. So at the end of the session, student will be able to differentiate object oriented programming from procedure oriented programming. As we have already seen, these two paradigms in the context of paradigms for problem solving, and as you can observe the diagrams here, object oriented programming. In object oriented programming, the data and related member functions are bind inside an object. So every object has its own data as well as the member functions. Whereas in procedure oriented programming, functions are not bound, not bind with the data. Data is separate and functions are separate. Whereas in object oriented programming, data and its related functions are bind together into a single unit called object. Whereas in pop there is no concept of object. There is only a concept of functions. So we will write a set of functions, and all functions share a common data, that is called global data. Data is not bound to functions. So as we start, we will see the difference one by one. In object oriented programming, the emphasis is on data. So we are not going to focus on functions, what to do. Whereas in procedure oriented programming, the emphasis, the importance is given to what to do. So in OOP, data is very important. Data, the focus, the data must be uh, separated and bound to its related functions. So, so the focus is on data. The importance is given to how the data flows. Whereas in procedure oriented programming, the importance is given to the logic, what to do, the algorithm, what to do, what to implement. That is the prime focus of procedure oriented programming. In object oriented programming, we follow bottom up approach. That means main the main control is at the bottom. That means the execution starts from the bottom to top, bottom to up. Whereas in procedure oriented programming, the execution starts from top to bottom. That means the main function is on the top. So the execution starts from top towards bottom. So it goes from top to bottom in procedure oriented programming. Third one, in object oriented programming, it supports code reusability called inheritance. There is a concept in OOP called inheritance which enables the code reusability. That means once if you define some code, that can be reused next. You can extend it. Whereas in POP, there is no way to support code reusability. That means you cannot extend the functionality of one function into another function. Every function is separate, isolated. In object oriented programming, modification of code is easy. That means when a function or a method, a function need to be changed, some code need to be changed, so that influences only up to that particular part of the code called object or class. Whereas in procedure oriented programming, the code modification is very difficult, because if you change something, some part of the code, it reflects changes in various other parts, various other functions need to be changed. Whereas in object oriented programming, it is very easy to modify the existing code. In object oriented programming, data is more secure because data is inside the object. That means object is an instance of a class, as we have seen in the previous session, we have known. So uh, data is inside the object, it is not accessible by the outside object. Other objects cannot access the data of one object. So data is more secure in object oriented programming, whereas in procedure oriented programming, data is less secure because data is open. The global data is open to every function, so there is a scope for every function to access the data. So therefore, it is less secure. Data is less secure. Every function has the scope to access. Every function can access the global data. So that is a disadvantage in POP. In OOP, it is data is bind to some set of functions. So the outside functions cannot access the an object cannot access another object's data in OOP. So next, in object-oriented programming, we have access specifiers like public, private, and protected, which we will be seeing in the next coming classes. So there is a special arrangement called public, private, and protected features. These are used to control the access of data members and member functions, as we will see in the next coming sessions. Whereas in procedure-oriented programming, there is no such feature like access specifiers. Uh, Finally, object-oriented programming languages, for example, like C++, Java, Python, and so on. There are many other languages which follow this paradigm, that is object-oriented programming paradigm. Whereas in procedure-oriented programming, we have languages like C, Pascal, and Fortran, and many other languages which follow procedure-oriented programming. To name a few, in object-oriented programming, C++, Java, and Python. In procedure-oriented programming, C, Pascal, and Fortran. And then in the last semester, you have learned C, right? So that comes under procedure-oriented programming. Finally, if you summarize the whole thing into one place, we have we will see what are the differences. In procedure oriented programming, program is divided into smaller parts called as functions, as you can have done in the last semester. That is, you have divided the program into functions, right? So in object oriented programming is new to you. In this semester, you will be knowing this in this subject. In this course, you are going to focus on object oriented programming, where the program is divided into parts known as objects. In the last semester, your program is divided into functions, whereas in this semester, you are going for a new paradigm, that is object oriented paradigm. Here, in this paradigm, object oriented programming paradigm, you are going to divide the program into objects. So as we have seen in procedure oriented programming, the importance is not given to data but functions, the algorithmic part. So in POP, the focus is on procedure. That's why it is named as procedural oriented programming. So in this, your focus is on functions, what to implement, what to do, what algorithm to implement. But whereas in OOP, importance is given to the data rather than procedure, because it works as a real world. So in this semester, our programming programs reflect the real world, whereas in the last semester, C programming, it is somewhat different from real world approach. POP follows top down approach. That means the execution starts from top. That means main function is on the top and the execution starts from main function. So as the execution is starting from top, as the problem is getting solved from top to bottom, top down. Whereas in OOP, the execution starts from bottom. That means the main function is at the bottom of the program. So the problem gets solved from bottom to up approach. And access specifiers, as you have we have seen that in POP we don't have any access specifiers like public, private, protected. In OOP we have access specifiers, public, private, protected. And data moving. So in POP, data in procedure oriented programming, data can move freely from one function to another function. But whereas in OOP, object oriented programming, one object cannot access the data of another object directly, but it can access, it can work on the data only through the member functions of the target object. Okay, so objects can move and communicate with each other only through member functions, as we will see in the next coming sessions. And data access in POP, most functions use global data for sharing that can be accessed freely from function to function in the system. If at all, if there is any common data among functions, that is declared as global data in POP. Whereas in OOP, data cannot move easily from function to function. It can be kept public or private, so we can control the access of the data. And data hiding in POP, we have does not have any proper way for the hiding data, so it is less secure. So in OOP, it provides more security for the data because it is bind inside. It is inside a class that instantiates objects. So every object has its own set of data which cannot be accessed by other objects. So it is more secure. The data is more secure in object oriented programming. In POP, overloading is not possible. As we will see in the coming sessions what is overloading. So in POP there is no concept called overloading, but here in OOP overloading is possible in the form of function overloading and operator overloading. And examples are C, Visual Basic, Fortran, Pascal comes under procedure oriented programming. C++, Java, VB.NET, this comes under object oriented programming. So thank you.